Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to be making a nice live edge slab table with some bow tie inlays. I know I'm a few years late to the party, but I have a piece of wood. It's been seasoning for about 3 years. I milled it myself. It was a dead tree growing in my yard, and it's time to make a table out of it. So there is the slab. It's of unknown species. I don't even know what it was. It was a dead tree in my backyard that still had some good wood in it. It's been sitting here for a few years after I milled it, and some cracks formed, mostly this guy, so bow tie inlays. But more importantly, I tried to do one over here, and this stuff is just a little too rotten, so this all needs to come off. I was thinking, continuing on with the traditional hand-cut joinery, I was going to just cut this with a panel saw, but I'm kind of lazy and I have a table saw, so we're just going to send it. So now that I've got that taken off, it's time to take care of the next issue, which is this rough edge. So this is just what was left from a chainsaw. I thought about leaving it, keeping it kind of rustic, but the rest of this table is going to be fairly smooth, so we're going to smooth it out to match. So now I'm going to take my Stanley numbered 5. This is a longer plane for smoothing and correcting any undulations. If you've only got a number 4, that should work fine, but if you got the big one, you might as well use it. Alright, there we go. That is the back done. Now we can turn our attention to the front half, which I may have taken a couple chunks off of when I dropped it. But that's okay, we'll deal with the rest of that. So what I'm going to do is, there's still some bark and some kind of nasty stuff on here. So I'm just going to take a rasp and try to smooth that out while still keeping the natural shape of the tree. And then rounding these corners over just so they won't, break anymore. So, being a little creative with the shape, but still kind of following Mother Nature's guide. Alright, done with the rasping. Now I'm going to take a sanding block and smooth it out. I'm also going to smooth out all these corners so that it's a nice flowy transition. Alright, just finished it up by hand with some 320. So this thing is super smooth. Now we just gotta clean it off, starting with just basically a paper towel. Get all this sanding dust off. I'll probably blow it off with some compressed air as well. And then time for some finish. Alright, so time for finish. I got this sanded down to about 320. I'm going to go with some Danish oil. Normally I'm a fan of just natural, clean, no stain. But I'm going to use this with the medium walnut stain to it. Just to darken it up just a little bit because, well, it's just a little bit too bright for me. And it's going against a yellow wall. So I figure adding a little more brown can't hurt. So I'm just going to do this real basic. Blue paper towel, some out, and then wipe it on. Alright, just finished up the base. Sorry I didn't show you that, but it's just sticking some tube together with a welder. So I went for kind of a triangular design. Again, 3 legs, some angle iron to bolt it to the top with a couple holes, and then I might put a shelf on this. But I did plan on TIG welding this, but I'm completely out of argon. And the store's closed, so rather than wait a few days and get it on Monday, I decided to just go ahead and MIG it. It's not very pretty, and I did things kind of awkwardly, but it should be pretty good. Just need to grind it down, clean up those fugly welds that I did. I missed a little bit. Focus. Yeah, I kind of missed a few times. I really need to change out my welding helmet. So, basically going to clean it up a little bit, hit it with some paint, and then we'll stick the top back on. Alright, now the base is all painted, so all we've got to do is screw it in. I'm going to use some number 8 wood screws. I thought I had some pan heads, but unfortunately I don't. So there'll be these little guys with the little countersink heads. I'll probably swap these out for some pan heads later on. But what we're going to do is we're going to take an awl, poke a hole for the center, and do that on all of the holes. Now we can take the frame out of the way. And we've got some marks where we can drill our holes. And now it's time to put the screws in. Ignore my very bloopy welds. Again, I really need a new welding mask. I can't see for anything. All right, now let's bring it inside. All right, and there we go. Table in its final spot. So that's going to be it for today. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Poke a hole for the center and do that on all of the holes. You might as well use it.